Hello, Orbis here, and welcome to another ranking every track on an album video. And today I'm going to be doing In Rainbows by Radiohead. Obviously, you may have noticed it's only been a day since the last video I did in this series, and that's because I'm just going to do them all in quick succession. So I'll do King of Limbs tomorrow, then Moon Shape Pool the next day. Just do them all in quick succession because I don't know, I feel like doing that, so that's what I'm going to do. And this was the one out of the Radiohead albums. This was the one I was looking forward to doing the most. It was pretty hard to rank these, I'm not going to lie. I absolutely love In Rainbows. It is my favourite Radiohead album. I think for a long time I didn't really understand why so many people considered In Rainbows to be the best Radiohead album. I always thought it has to be OK Computer. You know, nothing can compare to OK Computer because it's so revolutionary and so, I don't know, so grand, so ahead of its time. But over time, In Rainbows just wouldn't stop growing on me, and it won't stop. I think this album's perfect. I think it's easily a 10 out of 10 album. And because of that, this ranking is kind of pointless because I love all these songs. So, I mean, the difference in quality between each song is very little. So anyone who loves tracks that get placed near the end shouldn't really be offended because, I don't know, I still love them. I have my personal favourites, I guess. So let's just do the ranking. At the bottom of the ranking, I've put Fast Orb, I think that's how you pronounce it, which is probably what most people will put at the bottom. There isn't really anything wrong with it. I guess it just sticks out the least out of all the tracks. It's quite short, quite simple, but I still really like it, so I have nothing bad to say about it, but it's at the bottom. So second to last, I've gone with All I Need. This song is fantastic. Yes, it's second from the bottom, but I think it's amazing. So that shows you just how much I like In Rainbows. Next up is House of Cards, which yeah, I don't know, I love it. Just not as much as other tracks. Next up, I've put Reckoner, which some people might feel is a bit low, but I do think this song is amazing. Tom's vocals are great, and it's a very beautiful song. But beautiful is just kind of a word that describes pretty much all of In Rainbows. Next up, I've gone with Body Snatchers, which is the heaviest track on the album. It's got a really fuzzy guitar part, and yeah, it's a great rocker. And next up, I've gone with Videotape, which is definitely one that grew on me over time. It's very stripped back and very simple. I believe I heard a story that originally this song was made with like very lavish orchestra, and I think Tom got rid of all of them, and the recording is like that same recording but with the orchestra parts just kind of stripped back, and the result is a very moving and emotional song. And I think the instrument, the way it is being so simple definitely helps the vibe of the song. I think this is kind of a sad song. I mean, I don't really know what the lyrics are about, but that piano line is very sad. Yeah, I don't know, a Radiohead song being sad, it's crazy, isn't it? So I wish I could say more about Videotape, because it is amazing. But let's move on. So next up, I've gone with the opener, 15 Step, which is such an amazing song. Sometimes I struggle to think of things to actually say when I'm doing these videos. It's just, well, like I say, it's a great song. Got a kind of, it's quite unique actually, because that like drum beat, it's quite unusual for a Radiohead song. Feels quite electronic. But then you have the actual guitar parts, which I'd have to fully explain why I like the song properly. I'd have to pick it apart, but that would pick apart every element of it. But if I did that, we'd be here forever. So let's move on. We're in the top 3 now, and by process of elimination, you probably know which ones they are, but you don't know the order. So number 3, I've gone with Nude, which, well, first of all, it has one of, if not my favourite moment in a Radiohead song. I think you know which part I'm talking about if you've heard it. Yeah, you know which part it is. But yeah, there's a certain part of this song that just hits so hard. This song is an experience. I feel like it's one of, if not the best showcase of Tom's vocals. It's amazing on this track, and yeah, it's great. So number 2, I've gone with Jigsaw, Falling Into Place. And if anyone watching this has watched my top 10 Radiohead songs video, this will probably surprise you, because obviously this means that my opinion has changed, and it has, and I'll explain why when I get to number 1. So number 2, Jigsaw, Falling Into Place. I've always loved this song. I think when I first listened to Rainbows, for the very first time years and years ago, I feel like this was the song that hit me first. The way it builds up as it goes on. It starts off just one acoustic guitar, and then it just more instruments come in, and then it also just gets louder and more intense, which makes it very satisfying to listen to. So yeah, it's great. And yeah, Jigsaw, it was my favourite for years. I feel like until very recently there wasn't really another contender. It was always this song. Nude was always close though. So number 1, Weird Fishes, which is probably the most popular song on the album. So now my favourite has become the generic pick, but it is what it is. My history of this song is interesting, because the first time I heard it, I didn't really get what the fuss was about. I liked it, but yeah, people were sort of claiming this was top 10, top 5, one of the best Radiohead songs, if not the best. I saw people saying it was the best Radiohead song, and I could not see it. You put the song alongside Paranoid Android and Silk Spirit, Pyramid Song, How to Disappear Completely, There. I'm sorry, I don't get it. It doesn't compare to those songs at all. But I guess kind of similar to a lot of In Rainbows, it grew on me slowly over time. It just slowly grew on me. And it got to a point where I undeniably loved the track, but it wasn't my favourite. But recently, very recently, like a few weeks ago, maybe even, it might have been even a couple of weeks ago, I heard the song for the first time in a long time, and it hit me in a way it never has before. The song is beautiful. Everything about it is just perfect. God, I don't know. I cannot do it justice at all with words. I guess it speaks for itself, really. I'm starting to think this song is a masterpiece, and it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't in my top 10 favorite Radiohead songs video whenever I did that, but now it definitely would be. And I'm like considering it possibly being my favorite. It's genuinely that level. You know, it just hit me so hard recently, and it wasn't like I just haven't heard it in a while, because every time I've listened to it since then, it's been the same. I'm amazed. I'm blown away every time. So yeah, this is my favorite song on In Rainbows, and one of the best songs of all time. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts on my ranking, and also let me know what your ranking is. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and hopefully I'll see you again very, very soon. Goodbye.